Hello everybody, welcome to another casting of Age of Empires 2. We've got Buff Guy Tyler Pants, number 1, Blue, Hindustanis, Game Bulldog 1, that's me, number 2, in the red. And then Ulden the Hun, Extreme AI, in the green, number 3, playing as the Huns. I'm sorry, I'm as the Ethiopians, an old favorite of mine. I haven't liked them as much recently. Good archer civ, and that's been very meta for a while, is playing archers. Cavalry, of course, as well, especially at lower elo. But the Huns, you'll find, tend to have a huge win rate. They do very well on just about any game type, especially land nomad with their Hunnic horse start. Now, the Extreme AI we picked here because we wanted a quick game where we could lose very quickly. If we did one that we won very quickly, then we knew it wouldn't be much of a challenge, but this was one that we were pretty certain was going to go down pretty bad. So, how the Extreme AI works, I don't really know. But considering that as a title of this video, because clickbait, that's what we're about on YouTube, right? We'll see if it generates anything, because I don't really get many views, but hey, it's all fun anyway. Trying to get all these replays in before things kind of break for the replays. Slowing it down here because I am under attack. So this is their night advance, very quick, at least for me. So they're in the castle age here with me, but they've got knights that rushed in. They kind of derp out a little bit here, so if you put your guys in the town center, kind of just fire on them, they just got set there. So I got really lucky on that accord to stay alive at the beginning. If we look at Blue on the mini-map, I believe he is advancing over to the right. Yep, he's got some guys coming in. So the knights here, again, they're just derping out. They're just dying to town center fire for the villagers garrisoned in there. My walls weren't quite enough to keep them out for that little tree line there. Let's take a look at Buff Guy. So he's got a few... probably men-at-arms, skirmisher, spearmen. He is also going for their town center, but he's getting gunned down, and knights are getting him too. But that was helpful for me to build up a little bit more. Notice me and Tyler, our score is very similar. I'm just up in Castle Age. But Ulden here, the Hun, is definitely pulling away here. As he's got 65 villagers already to my 30, and Tyler's ironically 30 as well. So good on Tyler for getting that military up there. I'm just trying to age up fast. Shorefish, if you notice the beautifully jumping fish on the shore there, is a great way to what they call fish boom. So fish booming gets you a lot of food quick, so you can try to age up quick. Clearly the computer didn't even grab all that here and went straight to farms, so that's how bad we're getting beat here. At least for score, and it's like Tyler's also getting his boats out there to fish. You can throw down little fishing traps in there too that you can fish with. Sorry, I was gonna say like gill nets, but that's like a technology, something else. But so it looks like I was a little slow in getting the fish as well. Didn't put farms up first. Gotta take my own advice here. Mind you, this was played a month and a half ago, so learn a little bit more about the game sense. There's the beautiful new Ethiopian monastery, and just new skins that came into the game. Buff Guys, still working on his economy there. Yeah, just villagers. I think I mentioned in the last video that having lots of town centers, lots of villagers is really a key to being able to boom. Being able to build up very quickly. Looks like Tyler's going in for another round. Yep, down south. Taking out a monk, but he's got a lot of knights to deal with. So the thing with the Huns is their stables work 20% faster. That's their team bonus, so great one to have in team games as well. So they get a lot of knights out fast, which can be problematic. They also don't need houses, but they start with negative 100 wood and less defenses because they don't have houses to use. So, where I really like to wall up, see all the palisades going up there, trying to get that 2 TC boom. A little slow, but getting out there. Yeah, the Huns are just going for it. So lots of vills, lots of eco, and let's see, they're getting some technologies. You can see on the top left. Their cav archers also cost less as they age up. So castle -10%, imperial -20%. That little bing as a reminder that we heard on the map was a monk picking up a relic, so they'll get some extra gold from that. Let's see, that was Tyler's last attack. Tyler, I think, still has a problem a little bit with his computer, where it kind of freezes here and there. This is me probably trying to think of how to close the gap that the knights came in before. Yep. Sorry, still sick here. So that's that house that came up in small walls. Beautiful map, beautiful game. Don't mind the little squares on the map, little terrain grids to help building. You can turn those off. Also, I have the tiny trees option turned on, so it's easier to see your opponents. The trees in the game, though, are beautiful as they're made. Ethiopians, they get some help when they're trying to age up. So they have plus 100 gold, plus 100 food when you advance the next age. So again, the point of this is to be able to age up and defend yourself, attack, build up your economy as much as you can. General RTS, you can choose between either defending, attacking, or economy. And if you see someone leaning into economy too much, you can punish them by attacking quick. If you see someone that's defending a lot, it may be hard to attack them, so you can work on your economy to then overwhelm them later. This is the importance of scouting. And so the AI is really good at being able to adapt to these situations and do what they need to do, and then outperform what they're doing. So because I was able to defend him at the beginning, he decided to boom himself, and he's definitely out-booming me. He just got to the Imperial Age. And again, people just in the community say booming to boom up, to have tons of economy. I am a little bit older, but I'm not necessarily a boomer, so it's not a reference to that. Okay, boomer. I knew it was coming. Let's check on Tyler. Cool. Yep, he's still building up here. You know, it costs a bit when he did that military strike, because you gotta invest in that, and then you lose it all, and if you don't take out enemy villagers, it can be really hard to then, like, pick back up. I got a lot on stone there, which means I'm probably going for a castle, especially because I'm an Imperial, so I like to build up to that first and then start building military, but as you can see from green, the Extreme AI is full of rams and knights and ready to go. So they're going to be a problem pretty soon here. Their score just passed 6-6-6-6, so 4 sixes. You know you're in trouble for that. Tyler again, moving up on the enemy, so he did a great job just doing his best to try to take him out. Built some archers this time, a little bit of spearmen. But yeah, computer cleans him up again real quick and starts going after his economy, so we see a few knights and cav archers sneaking in there. Again, the Huns very good with their cavalry play. Hindustanis specialize in camels and hand cannoneers with extra range. They're the only civ in the game that has Imperial camels, but he's not going to get to Imperial Age with this kind of attacking. So his base is now swarmed with green. So blue Tyler is very blue now, but hey, we were planning this. We were expecting to have a hard time. My job was to be able to survive long enough and have enough to counter this, but Tyler is already dead. So we get view lock here on the replay, so we kind of see the Spazzy Extreme AI looking here and there and everywhere. They're very good, particularly in this game. Definitive Edition came out in 2019. There's an HD version before and the regular version or the CD version, so different AI capacities that you can still play with to this day. We always choose the regular Definitive Edition so we can get the hardest possible, but have yet to figure out how to beat these guys. Let's look at Tyler's view. I'm going to try to do the right hotkey. Shift F1, Shift F2, Shift F3. Hold on, set up. Yeah, so sadly he is going down for real. Just lost his military building there. His archer range is going down, both of them. Rams, excellent, taking them down. Lots of knights will do it too. Looks like he's got a mix of skirmishers and things for the AI. And he's at max pop, 132 villagers, to give you an idea for this game of what you're looking at to really dominate. That is not an AI kind of thing. Hera, one of the best, if not the best player in the world, pretty much is right now. He recommends even going up to 150 villagers. It's crazy. So I think I mentioned that in the last cast as well, but that audio is definitely messed up. Apologies for that. Alright, here's me trying to put on defense when my tree line was cut through, and so they just waltzed right through. After all that wall building and putting structures up close, here's me trying to seal it off with a house. It's too late. Damage is done. Military, I have like less than 20, with the castle just coming up. 2 castles, but it just wasn't enough. And with other friends of ours on the way to come play, we figured this was a valiant effort. A good reminder that we are not yet prepared to deal with these guys. So there's my resignation, just looking on their base after I'm dead. So I was about to resign here as well. And in the replays, you can always return to the game, to the GG there. I don't remember the name of this map, but I will go look that up for the YouTube titles and whatnot. I think it was C Notes. Could have been C Notes. I did that online, but oh, this is like an Arctic something or another. I wish you could see that on the replay here. YouTube, let me know, because I have so many comments already. But yeah, let me know what it is. If you can find it on the map, I guess I should say, on the replay, because I can find it myself after. Let's go look at the stats. Spectate with CA means capture age. I've used that once. I might use it again. I don't know. I didn't like it with AI because they were super noisy. I matched him on Society. I don't even know if those casts finished, so I don't know if that counts. They must have finished at the end there. But, yeah. Extreme AI kicked their butts. Props to Tyler for getting in there, sending out his military. Hindustani's got cheap villagers too, so that helps transition to military better too. Got some stone there, because I like that for my castles, especially the later the game goes. I got to feudal age quicker, but yeah, again, it depends on what you do in the game. And so his aggression to me really slowed me down, even though his knights kind of stalled a bit and just took all that town center fire. Yeah, so I must have had 1 completed. There you go. But yeah, double the villagers, and I like to get that many villagers now. I really do try to work at that. Huns have a very simple game plan, you know? They have literally one of the smallest tech trees in the game, up there with like Goths and humans. I like extensive tech trees, but the Huns are so good at what they do. They didn't even need their awesome trebuchets there to be able to finish the game. There's that military dart count, villager count supporting that military, to where if he were to die for any reason, he could then rebuild it and then just end us very quickly as well. All right, thanks for joining. Replays wise, we're a month and a half away from getting caught up. I won't do every game, just ones that I find are interesting or that I think would be beneficial. But thanks for joining, and bye-bye.